What's up, guys? This is Javier with CMI Mechanical. I'm the National Director of Business Development for CMI Mechanical. We don't do a lot. We do a lot of HVAC and refrigeration, and I want to talk about this report that was just shared, not necessarily to me, but to a group of ours in the Connects group by Sean Black. And so kudos to you, Sean, for sharing this. And I just kind of started looking through it. I made a long post. So I figured to make a video out of this and just kind of share my thoughts and input about this. So Sean, thanks for sharing this. This is really cool. Made me start thinking a lot. This report's by Social Bakers. They basically do a lot of research, I believe, and then just help with social media. I've never even heard of them, but this report's really cool. So you can probably get it from socialbakers.com. Just look at the site right here. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. But what I wanted to talk about are some things here is how engagement and how a lot of things how the landscape of social media and how the landscape of engagement and paid ads has all really changed since the coronavirus and COVID-19. And so I know I'm kind of scrolling fast, but there's a few points I want to kind of point out here are interesting. And if you guys want to read this, you can literally just pause it at any point and just read all this content if you like, or just download the actual report yourself. So notice here on Instagram and Facebook, probably the two largest social platforms right now. Some of the biggest hashtags are going to be coronavirus, COVID-19, and different variations of these two hashtags. And these are kind of what's in posts. This is what's in profiles. And then you'll see kind of the evolution of interaction with coronavirus and how it's actually gone up significantly. Okay. And again, same thing here. This is interaction or content over total posts. It's gone up significantly on Facebook, not as much on Insta. And how brands are handling this. So this has kind of changed quite a bit as well too. So what's interesting here is that you've got people how they're reacting to some of these topics about coronavirus. People are loving it, and it's the interaction with the whole coronavirus stuff is really changed. But this is where the report really changes a lot. Okay, is what some big brands are doing. They're posting content that's really interesting. Okay, and it's all positive stuff, and they're getting a big amount of traffic and a big amount of organic organic traffic coming in, and that's good. That means that these brands are doing well, taking advantage of opportunities and helping overall. Where I want to kind of get into though is this, and this is where the opportunity to actually run ads is huge. So top 10 industries posting about coronavirus on Facebook and Instagram. You've got airlines, finance, telecom, gambling, industries, services, travel, software, conglomerates, I don't know what that is, and healthcare. These are the top 10 industries that people are posting all about coronavirus. Now imagine if you actually did something a little different, okay? And check this out, paid versus organic, okay? So you're going to see here that a lot is decreasing, okay, going down. All right, for us, North America, we're in the blue. And so what you're seeing here is that it literally went from just over 10%, maybe like 11% for the U.S., and it's probably at, I don't know, 7.5%, something like that, for, paid ads going down. As far as, what's this chart? Share of paid posts. So a paid ad, having it shared and creating more organic traffic that way, they're going down. So people aren't running as much paid ads right now. And you're probably thinking like, well, yeah, no one's going to be running paid ads because everyone's cutting expenses. Everyone is getting furloughed. There's a lot of changes going on. Totally understand. Fans of brands online more often. So again, this is kind of fluctuating and changing. I'm not going to cover that part. Fans spending more time on Facebook. You can see that people are spending more time on social right now. The most important asset I would say right now, and not right now as we're speaking, but the most important asset are two things. Number one, this will always be number one for a very long time, is data. That's the most important asset. Number two, though, this is a very close second, is going to be attention. If you can capture attention, you have a very strong likelihood of winning business. That is the most important thing that you need to capture is attention. And no one understands that very well. All right? Well, I'm not going to say that no one, but professional advertising companies understand that very well. A lot of us don't understand that very well. So let's look at advertising. This is where I find this crazy, okay? So East Asia is increasing their ads by 21.5%. And here's the reason is because they are essentially out of the pandemic and things have kind of changed, while we have gone down to the same level of what Christmas is. So you've got where it peaks right before Christmas right here. This is like Black Friday, and then this is like Christmas, like the week of Christmas. And then when that's all done, it just drops down. Like no one is spending money anymore, okay? And we're the orange, if you guys are wondering. And then it starts going back up because you have to build up a new offer, a new whatever you're trying to do, okay? And then, well, you'll see here that we are, going up because that's the trend for the year. And then it just plummets, goes down. People start pulling their money from running ads, okay? So this is what's crazy. CPC, this is cost per click. The cost, this is the amount of money you have to spend per click when you run an ad. A lot of times, depending on your industry, you can spend, $1 a click or 25 cents a click, and like that's really cheap. While other industries, very competitive, you're spending $25 a click, $50 a click. You're like, why would you spend that much money? Because people have higher conversion rates and are willing to spend more money on a click because they understand that they can convert that person to a paying customer, okay? But this just shows you that, here we are in December, like people are spending, the cost per clicks are higher because the demand is high. Everyone wants to run ads, so you got to pay more money on the auction, all right? So you're competing for that space, if you will, and it's plummeted. Now, it goes down in January, which is normal, but then now it's back down to January level. So this is telling us that cost per clicks have gone down, okay? Let's look at brands cost per click has decreased 30.8%. Again, same concept, and this report tells you this. It's breaking it down for us, and they're just averaging these numbers out just so we have an understanding. But cost per clicks went from 13 cents down to 9 cents. That's a huge drop, okay? This is the other part that I find very interesting is this is where value it comes up in running ads right now. So CPM stands for cost per thousand. And you're like, why does it say M? I have no clue. It's just that's what it stands for, cost per thousand. So if it costs you, for instance, $10 to reach 1,000 people, right now it could probably cost you $5 to reach 1,000 people. So now you've doubled the amount of reach with the same ad budget that you currently have. This is insane, okay? And it's probably going to continue the same trend for the next couple months or so. I would not be surprised if this goes on through like June, maybe July, and then it starts going back up again because everyone starts getting comfortable again about running ads, spending money. The markets are running, fine. People are getting their jobs, etc. But here's another one: ads cheaper as CPM decreases, and this is what I'm trying to get to. Your ads become way cheaper because the cost per thousand are going down the drain. So you don't have to spend as much money. And this is, case in point right here, man. Case in point. Like you see, what it was costing back in December, okay? And then obviously it goes down in January. It's just normal. But then now it's below what January was. It is way cheaper to run ads. You get more value to run advertising right now on social media. So this is where I'm coming from and I made this post public, not public, but I put this post on the Connects group, but this is where building personal brand is more important right now than ever before, okay? Building personal brand should have always been a personal thing, but personal brand is your personal reputation, okay? So when people say, personal brand, I don't believe it, it's your reputation. Are you willing to fight for your reputation, to have a good reputation? You better say yes. So this is where you need to build your personal brand. Start posting content on your social platforms, like either LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platforms you find your audience, your customer base out of. You need to be posting valuable content on there on a regular basis. You need to be interacting with people. You need to be posting, commenting, sharing, doing all sorts of stuff so that people see what you're doing and build those relationships. It's very critical right now. And this is where you can start leveraging these opportunities. When you start posting more content, you can start seeing where people are actually spending more of their time and listening and engaging by how people react to it, by liking, hearting, celebrating, whatever that is. And then you can kind of see what's doing well and what's not doing well. You start taking that organic traffic now, that organic content, because it's now getting easily pushed into your network of people. And then you take that organic stuff that you created and you recreate that same post and run it as a paid ad with the same philosophy and concept of that original post. Does that make sense? So if you post about topic A, then your ad should be about topic A. And then what's going to happen is that because it had such well engagement on topic A, then this ad that you ran or that you're running is going to have probably just as much or if not more. What does that do? That expands your company's brand. That expands your opportunity to get more business. But the thing is that we're not pitching, we're engaging with people. So no pitch fest, no selling, none of this stuff. Engage with people. Start building trust. Start creating a community, because when everything goes back to normal again, then what's going to happen is that they're going to remember the ones that are posting the most valuable information, and they're going to think of you and your company. And that is why it's important that we build our brand versus building the company brand, if you will. Does that make sense? Because our brand is going to help push this company brand. Right now, we're in it together. Well, we are. Individually, we're all in it together. So therefore, let's build ourselves to help our company start leveraging these opportunities. And so once you start doing this, you literally are getting more value out of your advertising, okay? You're getting more reach, which is it's going out further, okay? You're paying less per click, which means that you're going to be getting more value out of your clicks. And then what you're going to have to start figuring out is how do you convert some of these engagements into prospects, into actual warm leads, into paying customers. That's going to be the challenge. And this is where you got to get really creative in your marketing and your sales tactics to create those opportunities. So right now is the time to literally take this to the next level. So if your company has a little bit of budget to kind of wiggle around and start running ads, that's great. Figure this stuff out, what I talked about organically, and start looking at running ads, this other way. The last thing I was going to say is that you can do it the other way around. You can literally do nothing about building your brand, but you can focus on running ads, and you can basically run a bunch of different ads and do a lot of split testing, if you will, and see which ones are the junk ones, because you're not paying that much money for it. You're getting a better value for it, and then you're going to run ads on other ones as well too. And if you start seeing it's doing well, you increase your budget on that particular ad, and then you decrease your budget or kill that ad that is not doing well, because you're paying less money for that ad. So if you're already going to be spending money on it, you might as well just start tinkering around and see where you're going to get the most engagement and continue to push that. You keep feeding what is actually giving you results. Hope this helps, guys. I just thought this was a great thing. So again, Sean, thanks a lot for sharing this. And I thought this was really valuable. The report that you shared, loved it. I just wanted to expand on it more because I thought this was really cool. Anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day.